GM, creating and entertaining at its finest. Real good. Oh, yes, good vibes in here tonight. Very nice. It's Tuesday, January 28th. I like to call those dates out. Busy little bees today. So I'm working on this masterclass that all of you are aware of, where I'm documenting the process from the start to the finish and getting your art ready, how to take photos of the art so that it can show up as NFTs, where to place them, what programs to use, and how to set up your CSV file. I do have some support, definitely. I'm so grateful for the Discord community team that's been giving me YouTube videos and kind of navigating me on how to do this with their platform. It's called IOW, because each launchpad has a different set of technicalities. They're all different rules. This will be my third collection. My first two collections sold out. One was with the Believer app. It was called Vibrant Energy. It's 345 abstract pieces. The second collection with Magic Eden was called 555, and that went really well. It's 100% mint out. Amazing. And this is my third collection on Ape Chain. It's called 222, which means harmony, balance, and divine intervention. So without further ado, I'm going to pull up a video of a stream that I did earlier. Funny story, I never thought I'd see the day, but I became a live TikToker. The disability community is heavy in TikTok. And so today was my first day. You can see there's 0 points. Today was my first day that I did a live. So this video I'm going to pull up was earlier. It's about 15 minutes long, super entertaining. I think you're going to love it. But it's, again, just little components to help towards this masterclass, which I've already been getting a lot of good feedback about. So without further ado, we're live. Never shown before painting right here in the scene. Okay, real good. So I have a whole task to do. It's gonna be a fun task. I'm gonna try to preserve this if I can, because I'm gonna ship another painting out. But I'm making an NFT collection. We'll just do it like this because it's taking a minute. So I have an NFT collection coming out. This is called 222, and it's in reference to balance and harmony and basically a circle. So what comes around goes around, knowing that where you are is where you're meant to be. You just gotta leave it up to fate, God's hands. So I've never shown this painting before. I created this in Miami in 2021 for a gallery showcase, but the showcase had already used a lot of the larger paintings, so we didn't have room for it. I need arms and legs. When are we gonna get robots for disabled people? Okay, when does that come? When does the robots come for the disabled people? Ouch. Not easy. I make it look easy, but it's not. It's so beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna try to shimmy this a little bit. I'm taking some tape off the back. Looks like it was taped up pretty good so that it preserved the flow. And most of the paintings, I got them up on the walls in the house. We have a 2-bedroom. My partner Matthew and I, my fiance, we have a 2-bedroom here. So most of the paintings are everywhere. These are just the last ones because this room has been getting into a massive revamp for creating space. So I'm going to save this because I have another painting that I'm shipping to Las Vegas for a friend. He goes by Pinky. He's on my media team. So I love that. And I go by Blue as well. So shout out to everybody that's jumping on. I'm sorry I'm not even saying hey or what's up. I'm just more I'm in this mode where I want to get it all nice and done. And so this is a 5x4. This is a 5 foot by 4 foot painting. And so I'm converting handmade paintings into digital collectible NFTs. So an NFT is called a non-fungible token, and it's when you mint something on the blockchain in real time and you preserve that authenticity. So these handmade paintings, I'm going to take pictures of them, and then I'm going to transform them into digital collectibles for the show that's coming this Sunday, February 2nd. And then each NFT will have a story about what was going on inside in here when I was creating it. So because this is a large painting, what I want to do is I kind of want to break it up into a grid. So I want to take multiple pictures of the painting and have a larger story. And the reason why I'm doing it in this process is because I like to drop collections. Every month I'm dropping collections. I didn't necessarily drop anything this month of January. I've been in a transformation of some very, very personal things going on in my world. But I did have a showcase, an NFT gallery showcase in Las Vegas. So I used my time to fly out there twice to have an artist talk. So I think that I'm still keeping the horn on by churning it out. So I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 photos, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, okay, 13, 14, 15, 16. But then I'm also going to take some bigger ones, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then because they're zoomed in and there's so much detail on here, like if I just kind of zoom in on this, there's a lot going on in here. This painting took months to create it because when you're making abstract, I have to let the layers dry. And so I have all of these how-to videos on how I made the artwork, how I created it, where I converted a Payless studio in Miami into an art space. So we left all of those shelves up, and then you put the artwork on the side of the walls and went crazy. So I'm gonna show you this process because I am making a masterclass on how to launch your NFT collection on the blockchain. And this is just like, again, the process on how I went from creator to designer to developer. I wear all the hats. So I'm gonna just line it up, and I'm just gonna kind of make it easy for myself and just go in a straight line down. And I have live turned off because live turns it into a HEIC file, which I find to be kind of frustrating when I'm trying to put it up into my Canva. Sometimes it doesn't load. So I'm going to try to stay as still as possible and get some of these fun textures in here. Because a lot of it is, because you can see that it gets a little bit darker on the bottom. And then there's like some random circles that are around. It's so awesome. 1, 2, 3. I can even see my 3 fingers because I use my fingers a lot when I'm painting. I love it. I have so much fun making a mess. And then this is the last row that we're gonna do. I'm just gonna go straight on down, and just to kind of give you an idea, it's all digital, and each digital piece will be its own NFT. And you can see that This is a massive painting, and there's a lot of details if you're getting in here and getting in this nitty gritty here. I mean, the mind of an abstract artist is so beyond anything that we can even discuss. Like, we're visionaries, we see things really differently, and I'm disabled, so I have to constantly adapt to my surroundings. My threat response is always on, and it's just because I'm a vulnerable individual. So I have a lot more in my brain that I have to kind of go through in a line every day. Like, okay, is this going to be safe? What are the outcomes? What happens if this? I just like to have that all kind of ready to go as best as I can, because, the world's pretty nuts. So I've gone through and I've done all the lines down. And so now I'm going to do kind of like a 1, 2, a 3, and a 4, because I think that would be some more great additions here. Gets a little bit more details in those. And when I put this into my files later, when we're designing it, I do change the effects so that some of the colors will be unique. And then I feel like that gives it kind of its extra touch, which is, wholesome. Over here, okay. So we wrapped that up. We wrapped up this painting. I'm gonna pull this in the hallway so that we can do the one below it. Nice. This is a beautiful painting. Very, very pretty. And, I'm gonna add a little color to this one because this was displayed in Miami for an artist residency program. And I want to just change it up a little bit, give it a little refresher. This one wasn't shown anywhere brand new. And I know we shouldn't be spray painting in the house, but at this point I have no fucks given. I just want to get some of this. The smell will be gone in a minute. I don't want to carry this all the way outside on my terrace. There's plenty of people that are working in this condo that it's not even going to be a bother. I hear drilling all day. Okay, we'll just keep it at that so we don't make sound off too many buzzes. I don't know if there's any paint in here. Come on, baby. Oh, okay. Get paint on that because I'm trying to sell that on Facebook Marketplace. But, yep, we'll just use what we can since it seems like we're just kind of running out. Do have a little more painting. I'm going to go get it. I didn't know we were going to turn this into a whole session, but here we are. Okay, cool. So I have these ketchup and mustard bottles that I like to use when I'm doing some squiggles. Very nice. 222, that number. Anybody catch it? It's 222. And this is kind of, it's getting everywhere. Oh. It's all over me. Oh well. It shows that I'm a working girl. Nice. I don't I was like, where did that go? Messy, messy, messy. Let me see if I can get a little towel to clean up. I got paint on my face. Gosh. I don't know. So this is just to get some squiggles in here. I just want to make things really fresh because this painting, I did put this painting in Miami at a show, so I want to kind of change it up a little bit. So it's not completely the same, but just a little refresher, right? And I'm putting these little white lines everywhere. All right. I think I'm pretty happy with that because it's not too much and it's not overpowering anything. Let's take a step back and see. Oh my gosh. Just a minute. I need to clean this off real quick. Clean. Right. Well then, definitely got paint places that I did not want, but we'll figure it out. Okay. All right. So now to make this into NFT, again, we got paint everywhere. That's fine. We're good. This is art life. You don't mind. I don't mind. So we'll do another grid where we take pictures of, let me see if I can turn the light on a little bit. Yeah, that makes it a little bit better. Beautiful. I'm gonna hang this one right here actually. And then I'm gonna put this one on the opposite side, me. I'm gonna hang it. Maybe not today, but I'm gonna do my best to get it, because I wanna get this room, you know, chippered up and everything. And in order to do that, it just takes some muscle. So we'll go into a line. We'll think of this as like a tic-tac-toe board, but instead of 9, we'll do 16. So 4, 4, 4, and 4. So if I were to start on the left side and just kind of start chipping away, my hands are shaking from my arthritis. Arthritis and stress, all of it combined. And I'm just trying to hold the camera as still as possible to just as still as possible. So I'm gonna go over here. I'm actually able to get 5 on this one, because there's some parts of it that are just white and pink, and I like that. Get that feminine energy. Okay, and then we'll go over here. And it's kind of fun. Like maybe there'll be some people that want to collect them all, right? This one's got a lot of white on it. I like that. It just shows all different types of ways that this can be an NFT. And this is work. This is essentially energy. Creating this took energy. Putting it online takes energy. Making stories for each one, it's all energy. And if, you know, the collector doesn't see value in that, then, you know, we need a different collector. So more or less, you know, 99% of the feedback has been really good. All right, so I'm gonna come in and show you what these look like, and so you can kind of see what so we've got, these are gonna be our NFTs. The white one, I love that white one. There's just something classy about white and the squiggles. Yeah, they're as simple as that. So now that we have the artwork on the camera, the next step is to take the art and put it into the Canva file. So my process has been to create a iCloud folder, and I take my content, I named it 222. So let's see. I take my content and then I click Save to Files, and it's preparing that. So I took 77 photos, 74 photos, this is a great number, and it's preparing it. And so what I do is I add this to my iCloud folder, and then it connects it to my Mac. So then I just drag and drop all of the folder over the updated ones to the Canva versus uploading it individually on the mobile app. I find that, you know, this is a little hack. So transfer to the files, give it a second to think, and then save. So there it goes into 222. So there you have it. I'm Blue Eye Queen, and I'm making this collection 222 for divine intervention, harmony, balance, and trusting in God's plan that you are where you are intended to be, even if it doesn't feel like it's moving fast enough for you. God's hands are always working. And we'll just say a prayer for my partner. He's healing, and the house is not the same without him. But while we are staying busy with the art world, you know, bringing him closer together spiritually is just as good for right now until physical can be here again. So, all right. Give me some feedback, like, love, comments. I'm Blue Eye Queen, and this is my abstract art page. Ciao, ciao for now. Bye. Unmute the mic. Thank you. If anybody followed all of that. I just got the unmute the mic button. Anyways, well, you probably followed through the visuals. I'm not perfect. These paintings go here. They're here. So, I got lost for a second and I'm back. So, each of these paintings are freshened up around the house. They're all over the walls. And I try to make it so that each painting has some type of effect to it. So on top of just aligning the paintings to be randomized, I added different effects to them. So I wanted each to be even more unique so that the colors could have some type of enhancement. So you can see that, all of the pieces have been optimized. So 222 paintings, and they're looking very sharp as far as detail. I wanted to get the painting captured exactly at like a certain part of the process. So if this painting was captured right around the time when it was drying. Let me open this up a little bit. Okay. I'm just doing preview mode with this because I don't want anyone to know my first and last name, so I'm not logged in on that. So here we have the wet process where I just put more paint on it, and then I waited a tiny little bit. Took the picture. For this painting, I added some sparkles in the corner. Thought that was fun. As well as this, where I put down the gray and the brown, and then I put glitter on it and shook it a little bit, and it gave it that effect. This one was that massive painting that we saw a little bit ago. You can definitely see when it's still wet, which I find fun. Abstract is fun. All of these are just like super cool. They each have their own uniqueness about it. And I try to get some of them with the paint still wet because that shows like process. Yeah, you can see it shining because yeah. And I mean, even the dry ones are awesome too, but I'm experimenting. This is resin. You've got some flakes here, the textures. These are all handmade paintings. It's pretty good. If I go back to the top, and I'm now going to think about making my CS file ready, you'll want to have something that you can give to a developer to help you with Python. And I'm not a big savvy tech person as far as language. I hired somebody off Fiverr and he's my guy. So if anyone needs a person, I can direct you to him. He's always available, and I find that he's good at what he does. So when you're making, we already went through this process in one of the master classes, which you can go to theapegoddess.com and click on blog, and you can see how to do the the files, the artwork. If you missed a step, there's a whole manual. So the part that we're on right now is after we've created the JSON file, or sorry, we looked at the JSON files, we saw what the columns needed to be, and then this is where we have to create that. So there is probably an easier way to hire another Fiverr person to go in and put all the values, but I'm such a picky person that I want to make sure that all the values are covered correctly. So if I were to start with the one that I left off on, you want to identify traits. So my traits are my colors. So in this painting, I see orange, white, gray, black, red, right? So orange. You got to get really good at memory, basically. And so there's like some patterns that I like to identify. One's being like drip, which is like the drip of a paintbrush. Then you've got texture, which is this palette knife looking thing. But then you could also get brush strokes. So in this case, this has 3 textures. So I'm going to go brush strokes, drips, and textures. It's a very tedious process, so no joke. So this is kind of like, this is why I want to do this, because it'll be hard to identify for another person on what to call everything. We got black, gray, teal, white. So we got textures and we got brush strokes in here. And you can get as picky as you want. I'm picky, but I also want to be mindful that I can't be too picky because there's only so much time in the day. This is such a fun painting. It just lifts off the painting off the wall. I can literally see how raw this piece is because of how many levels of color I put on it. And my technique is to let that color dry completely and then put the next color on and then put the next color on, because those are levels. And certain people of intelligence will know how to use levels in their life. And I don't want to say the word manipulation, but imagination, like manipulating your mind to believing what you want to believe and what you want to see and what's happiness to you and what manifesting your life and fabricating the life that you want in front of you. That's what I do with art. And so I create these levels so that people can get immersed into that. It's actually beautiful. You could stare at my paintings for hours and still have more to see. It's awesome. Okay, so this one is 12. So we'll call it out gray, white, yellow, orange, red. I think I saw some black in there as well, and gray. Got the gray. So this is a one for all. We know that. Oh, this one's so pretty. I just love abstract. I don't know. It's a different vibe. It's a whole different send. It takes a special person to make abstract. Pretty. And light blue. It's very pretty. I hid the description, but there's descriptions because I just want to have like an easier working room. There's a description of each piece in the painting. So I went to my Canva, wrote the titles, wrote the descriptions. Okay, got that done. Put it in order of what I think I wanted it at. You know, this is like, it's kind of like a CD album, but for your, what's the word? I think it's a monologue. I have to check. Thoughts of a person spoken out loud. Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, I like the way you. Very good. This one has that like drip effect in it. It's very good. And this isn't even the original color, right? This is one of those effects. But I think it's super fun. Of course. It's like drips, brush strokes. It's kind of got like a, maybe we say like wet texture or something, because then it gives it something more. I know the Degens are going to be like, wet? I'm going to be like, chill out. 15. I love the glitter. I could sit and stare at this all day, seriously. Okay, so we've got what? Lots of colors. Black, teal, white. Yellow, green. It's pretty. I think I see some brown in there. This is all made with love, see? For everything that you put your heart into, the right people, they can feel that vibration. It's a whole frequency. So we got silver, brown, pink, black, white. Is it? Do we got glitter in here? Of course. Where are we putting glitter? Glitter's on that side. This one's super fun. They're all fun. Dang. I think this is the same one. So we'll just copy. You know, why reinvent the pinwheel if it's already done? That one looks like that one. Ooh. I could see this as like the side of a building or something. It's so cool. Like a massive side of a building. It's just like fun. It's like losing into some parallel dimension. You can see so many things here. So let's see, do we want to just name this one rainbow? The ones that I don't want to, oh man, I think it's this one. The ones I don't want to spell out. Yeah, I'm just going to put rainbow because I'm going to be lazy. Still pretty. If it's got more than 5 colors, I'm like rainbow. It's kind of like a teal. This one's tough. Brush stroke. Okay, just making sure my notifications aren't showing off on Telegram. Yeah, this looks like 5 colors. So we'll do drips and then texture. Ah, we haven't even made a dent in this. We're only on 21. Dang. Oh yeah. I mean, this is like during the day I'm like going crazy creating. Mm. I get lost when I'm staring at my art. I just go back to where that memory was. Yeah, it's real. Mm. 22. This one's fun. It's got these levels to it, right? You can see this is plaster. So using plaster and palette knife. Love it. Definitely technique for sure. Techniques. So very nice. Wow. Gold and then yellow. It's looking fresh. This has got like a fluorescent kind of vibe going. Oh, this one's so awesome, but it's a lot. Yeah, it's just so pretty. So pretty. I'll just put it on DND for a little bit. I'm just like not in love with the colors that it's doing. It's not giving me the vibe that I want. This one. This is the one. Magenta. Oops. It is a whole process for the artist's eye because you see what you want them to see. I just think that art needs to be in like the hospitals, the airports, places where people just sit. You know, they're just sitting there like looking down. But if you're like sitting and looking up, being inspired, I feel like there's so much more just about that whole being up. I don't know. I do know, but red, white, brown. It's kind of got like a fluorescent. It's got, yeah, glitter. Mm-hmm. If I could be a full-time NFT artist and do this every day, this would be so awesome. To be able to help others get online with their business, their art business. Hey, maybe. Oh, these details are just, ugh, I'm in love. You can see the layers. They have to dry. So you can rub your hand up against it and then you feel the textures. It's another technique where you can find things around the house like sponges or paper towel and push it up with some texture and it makes that 3D effect, right? Have you ever learned so much about art in one night? Well, let's go. I've been painting since I was 5, so this is my world. We got textures, strokes. I told you we're just chilling. That's all we're doing in here is chilling like a villain. Most of these I just touched up tonight. You see the you see the wet paint. Looks like there's a little teal in there. And then I saw wet. I know the degens are gonna be like, what? It's got this rawness about it. There's just some raw. It's so poof, explosive. Just it's like, hello, I'm here. Good. I saw some drips in there too. Let's zoom this out so we can get the full effect here. I like all the different ones. I mean, that's what makes this so cool. It's not everything looks so unique. So ooh, the sponge. That's fun. Sponge. That's a fun word. Sponge. There's like gems inside them. Look at these little Easter eggs. I just find little things around the house and stick it in the paintings. It's hilarious. It makes it even more fun. This one's just going to be rainbow because there's just too many colors in here. I'm not dealing with that. And it's got literally everything. It even looks like an earring. Is that an earring or is it just like what's it called? It's a screw. I don't know the names of these. It's a circle. I'll just put circle. Sorry, my feet are falling asleep. We got rainbow and we got gold, so we'll put them both in there. That's important. Let's see. GM. I'll do GM. 34. It's actually my favorite number. It's my brother's football number. So let's see. I know there's Okay. I thought there was another one that was like this, and there wasn't. I was trying to cut corners a little. But I guess I can't. This one's fun. It's got that like old brush stroke look, meaning like not a cheap, yeah, kind of like a cheap brush, and you're like pulling it. So it's kind of got that like style to it. Mm-hmm. So we got orange, yellow, white, blue, brown. Was that purple? It's like here, it's kind of like, it's blue, but then it's also like purple. We got purple. We're gonna just call it purple. One second. I need to check on something. One quick tick here. Commercial break. Commercial break, sorry. Okay. I've got a little bot going on some things. We're back. I've got my little bot doing all of my dirty work. White, orange, yellow, purple. Black. Oops. It looks like a sun is in the middle, right? Like there's a sun with some bonfire or something. Art is subjective. So what I see, you might not see. I put some crowns in some of them. The blue-eyed queen. Get it? It's a pretty color. How do you spell turquoise? There we go. Glitter. We got to put the crowns on here. That's going to be a nice little Easter egg for anyone that finds that one. I don't mean to get distracted. So there's been some news. So I'm just keeping up with the news. Just personal news. You know. Gotta go with the punches, even if they're not understood. It's just how life goes. I need to learn how to spell turquoise. So we got purple, magenta, teal. There's a lot of colors in that one. I think I saw some glitter as well. Yep. Are we putting glitter in this? Okay. I'm putting glitter over here. I think I saw a crown on that one. Yeah. Oh, it's a nice one. I know I keep saying that about all of them, but I love them all equally for what it's worth. We're going to call this one rainbow. It's too many colors. Okay, we'll stop at 50 because I'm like, yeah, I need a break from this because it's like so overwhelming. So we've got rainbow in here as well. We've got some crowns on that one as well. But is there a sponge? No, I don't see a sponge. That's the thing. It's hard to like task somebody else to do this if they don't know how it's created. I'd have to literally check every single one. I'd rather just do it. I like it. It gives me pleasure to do this. Busy, busy girl. Lots. Ooh, look at those are fun. I just want these as like massive paintings. I want these as like massive paintings. You can walk through the warehouse and see all of them. That'd be super cool. It was like printed on something. I love it. I love it a lot. This like reminds me of like the ocean. I think we decided anything over 5, we're just gonna call it rainbow. Wait, are we putting glitter on both or what? What's the word here? You gotta stay consistent. We got gems. Yeah, this is a whole process, isn't it? It's like this for every single one. But I wasn't able to some of the things I wasn't able to do in a few of them, but it's because it was a learning curve and it's just what happens. Behind the smile. I don't want to say I'm giving up, but my eyes are getting... Oh, why is there gray in there twice? This one has gray twice. Oh no. Maybe that was the only one. This one has gray twice as well. So we just have to check for duplicates. I must have been gray happy because I'm like, it's not like me. See if anything else is duplicated. All right, it's not. So rainbow. I don't know if they have a crown. They don't. They do have a sponge. Orange, magenta, blue. I saw turquoise in there. I still don't know how to spell it. Orange. It's got like that fluorescent vibe. Ooh. This yellow is so interesting. Purple, pink, black, yellow. What else do we see? Gray. So we'll stop at 50. Make a little marker so I know where to come back. And then, yeah, so tomorrow I'll just kick back off on preparing this full send. There's a certain way that my developer, my Python guy, he's going to take this CSV and he's going to convert it into the JSON files for me. And that's what I'll use to upload to the Launchpad IO. And I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to see if I can get this pushed out on ApeChain. Still haven't made it to that part yet of the launch, but with time, and I'm, as I'm, oops, excuse me, let me switch some screens here. I was going to say, as I get myself going, I'm going to continue putting all this on my blog for the masterclass so that hopefully, forward thinking, the idea would be to help artists onboard themselves by them watching these masterclasses, getting some information about it, getting wealth of knowledge out of it, and then they're launched on the platform. They said that I help influence them to get there, and then I can bring them on my streams, whoever those artists are, and we can go through and chat about all things art. My collections, I've been really trying my best to make sure I'm getting all the information out there. I put in the full collection so that people can come through and read through what each of the titles are that are paired with the painting. And so when it's time for launch this weekend, I kind of already have their eye on what their favorites are. So hopefully it becomes something super fun and interesting. Each painting is, handmade wherever I was at that time. And then the last couple of days, I've just been hunkered down, refreshing them all. And as you can see from the content, it's a full-time job to take massive pieces and then make them into these JPEGs. I love it. We live such a crazy world. Nice, good vibes. And, really happy to be able to spend this time with everybody and get kind of familiar with making this master class, but also learning a new skill each day, the more you know. And as long as you do your very best, that's all you can really ask for. Can't have guilt in that way. You just have to keep reminding yourself to count your blessings and not always sit and think about the things that aren't going in your favor, but give gratitude about the things that are. So right now I'm focused on the launch and all of the things that I'm putting protection on in my life, all the people, places, and things. And I think that over time, um, that will be amplified into the things that I'm producing, and people will be able to be like, whoa, she's got a whole different vibe on the outlook of life. So thanks so much. I'm Blue Eyed Queen. I hope you gained some info from this. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao, ciao for now.